Today, we're looking at the first character online exclusive for 2026, the Tegan Jovanka and Damaged Dalek set, another brand new high-spec Vortex edition to the Doctor Who 5.5-inch action figure line. This one again comes straight from Character Online, still keeping to that £44.99 price point, plus unfortunately about the same again for international shipping. I'm lucky enough to be able to split the cost with a fellow local collector. The set arrives in a plain shipper box, inside which is a considerably chunkier Vortex Edition window display, designed to accommodate the first half a Dalek in this range. The cardboard insert acts as a perfect diorama backdrop of the interior of the Dalek spaceship from the 1984 story Resurrection of the Daleks, which both figures are based upon. And as I live and breathe, we all thought the days of classic companions, or at least ones made with completely new tooling, were behind us. But here she finally is, Tegan Rabbits Jovanka, stunningly realised in plastic, based on her outfit from Frontios and Resurrection of the Daleks. Character could have gone with the purple air hostess uniform from season 19, but instead they've chosen what I personally consider the iconic 80s Tegan, the printed top, the leather skirt, and that absolutely epic hairstyle. As mentioned, this figure is entirely brand new. According to character creative director Al Dwar, the original version was based on the Leela figure with a new head, PVC wraps, and lower legs. Even though it was approved by both the BBC and the actor, Al wasn't satisfied with the results, and another attempt was made, this time using the Ruby Sunday figure as a base, although only the upper thighs and hips were viable for reuse. In the end, character made the call to create a completely brand new figure. The first fully realised, real Gen 3 figure exclusive since the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday. While we won't be seeing another figure based on these parts in 2026, there's definite potential for new wraps and pieces to represent earlier versions of Tegan or indeed other companions entirely. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Tegan's accessories include a Movellan virus canister, which she frequently comes into contact with during the story, and a Dalek Trooper gun, which she very much does not. However, it's included as the perfect accessory for the 5th Doctor figure to threaten Davros with, recreating that iconic scene. And speaking of the 5th Doctor, for scale, Tegan does appear a little tall next to him compared to their real-life counterparts. And take it from us, we've had the pleasure of meeting Janet Fielding, and she is a little bit on the small side. According to Al, the internal pin system ultimately dictated the scale. Either way, the overall quality of Tegan looks light years ahead of the 5th Doctor figure, first released back in 2008. So good, in fact, that she looks like she belongs in an entirely different line. Finally, accompanying Tegan is the Damaged Dalek. Now, your memory isn't playing tricks on you. This particular damaged prop doesn't quite appear on screen in story. That version seems to have a little bit more left to it. This Dalek is actually a retool of the 2012 destroyed Imperial Dalek, originally released as a Forbidden Planet Underground Toys exclusive. This new version features the updated shoulder slats, the hexagonal plate completely removed, with an oval simply painted on, and a new small brain plug to replace the claw arm seen on the Imperial version. A brand new paint job including a few splashes of green gunk completes this approximation and results in a brand new Dalek release. While these changes mean the original won't be repeated again, this is a very welcome addition to the set and will likely open the door for further destroyed classic Dalek releases. YouTubers Who Cave Conversation were given exclusive access during the development of the Tegan figure, and it's well worth checking out their channel for some fascinating insights straight from the character team as to how these figures are made. Resurrection of the Daleks marked the unceremonious end of Tegan's adventures with the Doctor. Caught in a time corridor at the end of the previous story, the TARDIS brings Dr. Tegan and Turlough to London 1984. The trio set out to investigate a series of abandoned warehouses, hoping to uncover whoever is operating the mysterious time corridor technology. Instead, they encounter a man out of time, a fugitive named Stein. While investigating further, Turlough vanishes as they cross paths with Colonel Archer and his bomb disposal squad, only for a Dalek to suddenly emerge from the time corridor and attack. With the Doctor's help, the squad manages to destroy the Dalek, but Tegan is injured in the process. The Doctor learns the soldiers were called in after builders uncovered strange cylinders mistaken for unexploded bombs. Leaving the Doctor with his gun belt, the Colonel departs to contact headquarters, only to be intercepted by 2 mysterious police constables. Tegan regains consciousness just as the damaged Dalek mutant attacks a soldier and escapes. Despite an initial false alarm, the creature is eventually tracked down and destroyed after attacking again. The Doctor leaves Tegan safely behind on Earth, while he and Stein travel through the time corridor in the TARDIS to its source. With the Colonel still missing, the injured soldier begins behaving strangely before disappearing deeper into the warehouse. When investigated, the Sergeant is confronted by a squad of Daleks. Hearing the disturbance, Tegan and the remaining Professor attempt to escape, only to come face to face with the entire bomb squad, now acting unnaturally. Held at gunpoint, Tegan realizes Colonel Archer is still wearing the Doctor's gun belt, revealing the soldiers to be Dalek duplicates. Facing transfer aboard the Dalek ship, the Professor creates a stretcher decoy to buy time while Tegan escapes to seek help. Her attempt fails when the mysterious policemen intercept her, killing a civilian in cold blood. The Professor is also shot while attempting to flee from the time corridor, and Tegan soon finds herself aboard the Dalek ship, reunited with Turlough and a Lieutenant Mercer. Rejoining the Doctor and Stein, they discover that the Daleks have rescued their creator Davros, hoping he can develop a cure against the Movellan virus. The Doctor leaves with Stein and Mercer to confront Davros, while Tegan and Turlough return to Earth in the TARDIS. Determined not to remain helpless, Tegan insists that they retrieve a virus cylinder to use as a weapon against the Daleks if needed. The Doctor eventually returns, unsuccessful in killing Davros, but releases the virus in the warehouse, destroying the remaining Daleks on Earth. Back in the TARDIS, the Supreme Dalek reveals that the duplicate agents have already been placed across the planet. Traumatized by the violence and death she has witnessed, Tegan decides she can no longer travel with the Doctor. Though she hesitates at the last moment, it is too late. The TARDIS fades away, leaving her behind. In terms of articulation, Tegan's head is mounted on a ball joint and can rotate fully. Her shoulders are also on ball joints, with the elbows using the new internal pin system, making the joints far less obvious than the previous classic companions. The same applies to her knees. The waist can rotate, but the thigh movement is limited due to the skirt. Finally, ankle articulation helps achieve a stable, neutral standing pose. As for the Dalek, aside from the rolling wheels on the base and the movable manipulator arm and gun stick, there isn't a great deal going on articulation-wise. Overall, this set was an incredible surprise to kick off 2026. We've been waiting for Tegan for a very long time, and character have ensured she's been done justice, while also opening up potential for future releases using the same tooling. The paint on the eyes and lips can throw the sculpt off slightly on camera, but in hand, she looks spot on. This is an excellent realization of Tegan, paired with story-appropriate accessories and a brand new damaged Dalek. We're not sure what the next Vortex edition releases will be, but given that this set was originally meant to round off 2025 before it being delayed, it means we've likely got another 4 or 5 releases plus the B&M exclusives still to come. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time.